Welcome to Conscious Conversations. I'm your host, Katie Augustyn. So I'm the founder of the Transformation Center, which is based in Westport, Connecticut. And at the center, in addition to the individual shamanic healing sessions and transformation coaching sessions I do, we also offer a variety of classes and workshops. We even have sound baths in the backyard during the warmer months. And I think you'll find it from our guest today. He may be coming to do a sound bath next year. And so the whole point of the center is really to help you rediscover who you truly are and let go of who you're not. And we do that through a lot of different modalities, including transforming your limiting beliefs. There's so much available now to help you on your journey. And, that's why I started the Conscious Conversations podcast and show, so you can meet my guest and find out about their journey, learn from them, and also what they have to offer you on your journey. So I'm really excited tonight. My guest is Bradford Tilden. Hey, Bradford.
Hey, Katie.
Long time no see.
Long time no see.
I know, this is great. I just actually spent 2 days taking Bradford's Universal White Time Gemstone Healing class, a 2-day class.
Level 1.
Level 1, excuse me. There's how many levels?
4 levels.
4 levels. Oh my gosh. Well, it was amazing. And that was one reason I was so excited that he was going to come today, because I got to learn it firsthand. But also, well, first let me read a little bit about him. And we're going to put up your slide with your information, okay? So Bradford Tilden is a best-selling author, composer, and master sound healer, as well as one of the leading universal white time gemstone healing teachers in the country. Through his work with Crystal Music Healing, which is the name of his company, he helps people release emotional blockages, reconnect with their authentic voice, and discover deeper meaning and purpose in life. What could be better? Yeah, so combining the music, the sound, and advanced energy healing, Bradford creates transformative experiences that empower individuals to awaken their true potential and accelerate their spiritual growth. That is so beautiful. Yes, and the other experience that I've had is, of course, your sound healings,
Yes.
or sound baths, as some people call them. I think that's where I first met you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hummingbird Healing Center. Yeah, so again, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
I love when there's so much to talk about, and it's really, I'd like to start though with what brought you to this work? How about that?
First of all, thank you for having me. The universe just aligned and we're here.
Yes.
It has been a lifelong pursuit of following my intuition and focusing on what brings me joy. And it traces back really to early childhood, when I was at a high level of musical aptitude, and I started piano lessons and composing music. And then I went through undergrad focusing on music composition, staying away from vocal stuff, interestingly enough, and until I was ironically awarded the assistant choral position, a fellowship at Amherst College the year after I graduated, where I ended up suddenly being involved with singing in 3 choirs and directing all 4 of them and getting free voice lessons.
Wow.
And it was funny because when I was 20, when you're in college, you want to know what your purpose is, right? And so in all sincerity, I sat down and I asked, and I said, what's my purpose? And I just got 2 words: to sing. And I did not understand that at all, because I was like, what are you talking about? I was playing the cello. I was a pianist. I haven't sang in choirs. But then, the universe had plans for me. And at that same time, I started hearing a tone in my voice, in my mind, a drone. And I couldn't recognize the instrument because it was something I'd never heard before. Turns out it was the sound of the crystal bowls I was hearing clairaudiently for 4 years before I knew they existed. And so to answer, the short answer is I've been very, very strongly guided and intuitively guided, but also a lot of guidance from higher beings, from my dreams. I connected with white time gemstone healing because I was face to face with the head teacher, not knowing she was the head teacher. But she appeared in a dream of mine that I actually have written down in a journal, and everything that happened in the dream suggested it would be a very good idea for me to study with her. And I did, and my first class with her opened up a whole new level of knowledge and connectivity with the crystals and gemstones and their vibrations, and the crystals and the sound, very, very interwoven. And ultimately, I've manifested these group experiences where I combine sound, crystals, and my voice, which are these transformational experiences that I facilitate for people.
Yeah, right. Because it's all of them together.
All the vibration.
That make it so transformative.
Yeah.
Wow. So you started with the music, transitioned into the voice, discovered the crystals, and then put it all together.
There was a side tangent of becoming a certified massage therapist. After I graduated undergrad, I decided, instead of going into investment banking or pre-law or pre-med, which most other Amherst alums do, I decided to get a certification in massage therapy. Why? Intuition. And that really really set the foundation for my holistic training and experience. That's where I first learned the chakras. At one point, someone does learn the chakras, and I think it was maybe 23 when I first heard of them. Because in the mid 90s, the New Age movement wasn't really public. The esoteric schools were still somewhat secretive until the internet came along and cracked it all open.
Okay, that's what the difference. Yeah, so it wasn't mainstream, but now
it wasn't. That's right. It wasn't mainstream.
Feels like it is now.
Yeah.
So the chakras were taught through the massage therapy school?
Yeah, there was some I had really great ex-hippie teachers. I studied at a school in Greenfield. It was called the Still Point School, but the director shut the program down after 30 years, and it matriculated to Greenfield Community College. But the training there was very, very unique, and I'm very grateful for it. Much different than the current massage education that people receive.
It sounds more holistic.
Much more holistic.
It's really a combination of body work and spiritual energy.
And body awareness and energy awareness.
That's a great foundation.
It was really, really great.
For anybody when you think about it.
Yeah, that was one of the best decisions I ever made, was to enroll in massage school.
Yeah, and I have a feeling it would be also like more grounding too.
And the tactile. The tactile vibrations and the developed sensitivity because of my classical piano training gave me eyes in my fingertips, as the program director said. And I used it, light touch in my healing sessions now, just to work on people's, blockages and remove them.
Yeah, no, that's helpful. Yeah, because a lot of the energy healing training that I did was also hands-on. I mean, nothing like massage necessarily, but it was focused on the same thing, I think, in a way. Yeah. That's great. So aren't there crystals in crystal bowls?
Yes.
Tell us about that, because I keep forgetting to ask you about that.
So the modern crystal bowl has been developed as a result of the computer technology industry. They developed this way of melting and reforming quartz crystal as a way to grow microchips. So and then they discovered they could create these resonant chalices, as it were. So this model is a classic frosted. That's what they're called. This is an 8-inch, and they're formed by crushing thousands of tiny quartz crystals and melting them at high temperatures, and spinning them in a centrifugal mold. And that spinning and casting process is truly a rebirth, because there's no way to control the pitch. So you can't say, I'm going to create, this is incidentally a G sharp when you tune it with a tuner. They can't control that. It's a wild card. So each new bowl, they have to sound it first and then measure what pitch it is. So it's a unique being.
I was wondering how you
got
I
mean, they have you can make an 8-inch size, but they have no idea what the actual pitch is going to be until it's formed.
Yeah. And then they test it.
Yes.
And then you decide which one you want to purchase as a sound healer.
Yeah, and what really resonates with with the person the most. There's different strategies about going about purchasing crystal bowls. And this is, I wouldn't call it basic by any means, but they also can add other gemstones. They would add like rose quartz, or they would crush those as well and add them to the molten mix. And so then you get a gem infused quartz crystal singing bowl. But quartz is always, I can't say always the base, because they also have a 24 karat gold bowl. And I'm not quite sure if it's just gold plated, or if I can't believe, I would doubt that it would be solid gold, because that would be very, very expensive.
Yeah. Okay, but they usually start with the quartz crystals.
Quartz,
and
pure
then
quartz is the base.
And then the different gems are where the color comes in, because I've been to.
Well, they could add
colors.
colored glass to color the quartz. Also, I've seen colored bowls. The gem ones are a bit more expensive, and they're a softer. But I see they frequently color them to correspond with the chakras.
That's
so to speak.
Yeah, I think my friend Terry Eld, who you might know, she's a sound healer, and all of hers have gemstones in them.
Oh,
I don't know how that works. I'm not sure how that works, but I know they're quite expensive.
Yeah.
But they're beautiful.
Yes, they are.
Did you want to sample a little bit more?
Of course.
For our audience?
Yeah. So my sound, again, with my voice, it turns out I'm very connected with angels. And at one point, I was making a recording, an album, and the recording is called Angelic Incarnation, and it's available to stream on Spotify if you just search my name, or Apple Music. And during the recording, I actually opened up and I began channeling an angelic being for the first time with my voice. And since then, I can do it quite readily. And then I attracted the attention of specifically Archangel Raphael, who has been working extensively with me for various healing protocols, as he likes to call it. So this is the sound of the bowl. And then this is a practice of toning. And I do offer private coaching sessions in vocal toning, which is a very transformational practice. You don't have to be a professional sound healer, but we all have a voice, and we can all use our voice to heal ourselves, especially to balance and manage and regulate our emotions, because we all store them constantly, because we live in a society where expressing your emotions with sound isn't always readily available of an option. So you get angry and you hold it in. Even you get joyful and you hold it in, or you stifle the tears. All of the emotions, we are conditioned to hold them in, and then that leads to all sorts of stress and inflammation, and ultimately disease and cancer. So it's good to flush out those emotions, and the best way to do that is with sound, with your own voice. So I'll do a little angelic blessing.
Wow.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Yeah. Wow. That was a little bonus. I don't think we were expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Maybe your angels were, but that was
Oh yeah,
that's
they're all just
beautiful.
they're like this waiting
Yeah,
for it.
it's like a little mini healing, you know. It's
Yes, yeah.
really, like you said, a blessing. It feels like a
Hmm.
blessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and so I guess we'll switch gears a little bit. And I'm also curious, well, we want to talk about your books because you are an author of several books,
Co-author. I have
co-author,
to clarify that. Yeah, they're
co-author,
collaborative
collaborative
books.
books.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
they are great.
Yeah. And also, maybe we want to learn a little bit more about other crystals besides the crystal bowls
Sure.
that I learned over the weekend.
Yeah.
So, which direction?
We'll start with the
Crystals.
crystals.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll end with the books. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, tell us what you brought.
Okay,
For
well,
example.
For
or just-
example, well, this and what's interesting is the class that you took, which you're now a practitioner of,
the level
the
one.
level one,
as he pointed out.
Universal White Time Gemstone Healing. That is a frequency-based healing modality. So the higher beings know how the frequency of different gemstones interact with our bodies and energies. And they also know these very advanced combinations, which you've learned some, that create a very strong and intricate frequency that is actually imbued within your atomic structure throughout as you receive the treatment. For about 20 minutes or so, you're infused with the vibration of the layout, and then that's a new vibration that you are emitting. And so through the law of attraction, you manifest that for yourself. And each of the levels has a slightly different focus. The first is introductory, where you learn several new stones. I don't know. Did you learn any new stones?
Yeah. No, I definitely did.
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
when I first took it, I didn't know any of them. And I was just like, oh my God, what are all these new stones?
Yes.
So it's a wonderful introduction. And then my guide started bringing me towards a very special type of quartz, which I brought a small example of today. This is a Lemurian seed crystal. And most people nowadays have heard of Atlantis, which is an ancient civilization that existed in the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean. And there was another complementary civilization in the Pacific Ocean, which through natural geological processes sank into the ocean. And Hawaii, the Hawaiian Islands, are the you can see that's remnants of the Lemuria, or the subcontinent. And there's a lot of Hawaiian traditions that go uninterrupted back to ancient Mu. But at that time, humanity was very advanced because of there was a higher level of spiritual life force available on the planet due to our position of our solar system in relation to the galactic core, which we are starting to return to. Like, that's what all this ascension consciousness is, as everyone is waking up, all this vernacular, the ascension, the awakening, the dawning of the new era is in part because our solar system is rotating in a more direct alignment with the galactic core. And I teach people it's just like when in springtime and we get more direct rays of the sun because of our planet's location in relationship to the sun, new life forms. So we're on a global scale of new higher consciousness. And it's new in the sense of it's cyclical, but in the past in Lemuria, they were experiencing a similar sort of renaissance of higher frequencies. And they were able to preserve the knowledge of the human being's full potential, the psychic abilities, the healing abilities, and just the awareness of all interconnectedness of life. And they preserved that information in these master crystals that they manufactured to encode in these special Lemurian seed crystals. And the physical characteristics on them are these very striking horizontal striations. This is the information coded within the crystal. And this helps through resonance to unlock your Akashic record of your soul's ancestry that's stored within your DNA. It's a direct access key to unlock your past life mastery, so to speak, to pull out and develop your unique gifts and abilities that your soul committed to develop over lifetimes of incarnating on this planet and on others. So these are very powerful living ascension tools. And and I do a lot of work with them.
So you use those in your healings?
I use these in the healings. I use them in meditation. I surround myself with them. You just rub the striations to get the vibration, but really it's just their whole emanating energy stimulates and activates your DNA. And the DNA is organized on different levels. There's the physical genetic expression, but there's also your sort of universal cosmic extraterrestrial information at higher organizational levels. And you can go into rabbit holes with geneticists and things who know all of this stuff. There's so much information out there. Would you like to hold it?
Certainly.
Like it. That's
I
all
love
it.
I love it. Thank you.
So this is a very special type of quartz. Like I said, it comes with pre-packaged with all of this information from that was originated from the ancient Lemurian civilization, helping us to reach our full potential and accelerate our spiritual growth and healing at this time.
Yeah. So for evolution. So, but one does not need to actually, hold one because you use it for in your healing. I mean, like it's not readily available to everybody though, this particular type of crystal.
They're getting to be somewhat available.
More available.
Yeah, I do recommend that a person have or work with a physical Lemurian seed crystal or attend a workshop or something where we work with them. There's some initiations that I've downloaded that can help people access the information within them. But they're also great friends. Like they're some of the most they have some of the most interesting personalities in the mineral kingdom, and they're just here to they just said I'm just here to have fun, because awakening can be fun, right? I think a lot of people take it too seriously and they lose the vibration of joy. But joy can actually heal. I think it's one of the most powerful, the higher aspects of the expression of love is actually joy. And all crystals and gemstones, I believe, are just frozen nuggets of divine joy.
Wow. Well, that's how you started. You said, you gravitated towards what brought you joy.
Yes.
And that's what, this can accelerate and just enhance, really.
Yes. They definitely enhance.
Yeah. It's definitely connected to love, it feels like. When we were talking about my guest before, we talked a lot about love.
Yeah. The Lemurians actually resonate with unconditional divine love.
Okay.
They are embodiments of divine love. Yeah. And they teach that to us, how we can really truly love unconditionally, because it's very difficult to love unconditionally.
Well, for humans, yes.
For humans, yeah.
But once you experience it, though, it's just just like remembering.
Yeah.
And it's available to us. Yeah. So I don't feel personally that it's difficult, but I know that that people do find it difficult.
Yeah. Do you unconditionally love every human on the planet right now?
Well, I believe I do.
Good. Yeah. Good answer.
No, I believe I do.
That's the key. Yeah. Like love will heal and transcend all of the duality that's going on right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're emitting that frequency and you really see the other person at that level, so to speak. I don't have all the language, but I know
you see things differently, and you see a lot of wounds in a lot of people.
Exactly, Bradford. It's like,
and a lot of these wounds go lifetimes.
Way back. Yeah. That old saying, hurt people hurt people.
Yep. Yeah.
And I always keep that in mind, and I try to counsel my clients, just look through your love. Look with your heart, and therefore you'll see with compassion. So.
Yeah. Speaking the language.
It's more the experience of it. It really is kind of hard to describe.
Yeah.
Because people are so stuck in their heads.
Yeah.
That they can't be in their heart most of the time. Yeah. And I'm not saying I'm not always out of my head, but a lot of times it's just that split second where you just go, oh, and then you get back to your heart.
Yeah.
but it takes practice. But anyway, well, thank you for sharing about the Lemurian crystals.
Yeah.
Lemurian. And there's so many other crystals that I
Yeah.
learned about that have so many amazing properties. And, I'm going to start using them in my work, as I shared with
Yeah,
you
it's
yesterday.
beautiful.
And I'm not sure
Yeah.
how that's going to unfold, but I can't wait
I
to
can't wait
give
to
it a
hear
try.
about it.
I told my husband when I got home last night, I said, or Sunday night, I guess, that he's going to be my first. So
Yeah.
he's looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, do you want to talk about your books
Yeah,
a little bit?
Yeah. So
Which one did you bring today?
I brought my latest.
So hold it up next. Yeah, so people can see it.
We've got, I believe this is where,
I
yes.
think that's right. for the camera to pick it up properly.
So I am currently an 8-time Amazon bestselling author.
Oh, wow.
And 6 of those books are with Brave Healer Publications, and it's a wonderful vision. This woman, Laura DeFranco, beautiful soul, and she has the same format for all of her books. They're collaborative efforts, 25 authors, and each chapter is a personal story and then a tool, a healing tool. So they're remarkable investments for people. All of the authors in this book are a part of an online network of holistic practitioners called the Wellness Universe. And I wasn't going to participate in this book because I had already done 5 until Archangel Raphael pops up, comes to my shoulder, and he's like, "No, we're going to do this together."
Oh, nice.
So he really has a tool that he wants to share and get out there. And the message, and it can be, you don't need to read the book, you don't need to come to my workshop, but I recommend that you do if you want a deeper experience, especially if you're new at connecting with guides or angelic beings.
We'll probably put it down. Well, what's the title?
So this is called the Wellness Universe Guide to Complete Self-Care, Volume 6, 25 Tools for Transformation.
Great.
And I'm chapter 3, which is very exciting. And my chapter is called Unapologetically Fifth Dimensional Living, Clearing Your Channel for Clearer Communication. And so it's wonderful. And I have a recorded class. It's an evergreen, take at your own pace class available through my website of me teaching the tool that you can access if you'd like to experience that. And I also am planning on some local events where I will do a book signing and reading and demo and do the tool, which is called Shielding with Archangel Raphael. And the reason that he came to me and he wanted me to engage with this book and this medium and this platform is because things are going to get a little more stirred up, so to speak, as we continue to phase out of the old paradigms, systems, and structures and emerge into a new one. And I know this is a overused metaphor of the chrysalis and the butterfly, but the thing is, we have to remember, everyone talks about the caterpillar turns into the butterfly, but there's that whole transitional phase of in chrysalis where literally the caterpillar becomes formless goo. So if you want to extrapolate that and realize that our society, possibly even our civilization or our consciousness, is on some level tending towards formless goo. And that can be very intimidating. But there is something called the cocoon that holds the caterpillar together and allows them to reshape themselves into what they want to emerge. And the shielding exercise, Raphael and all the other archangels, they are offering to shield us individually as often as we need with their wings. Now, one interesting aspect of archangels is their wings are so vast, they have the capacity to uphold dimensions within this universe. And what they're doing is they're creating a subdimension for the individual to shield and protect them from the noise, the chaos, the anxiety, the fear, which is dominating the collective consciousness. People have been told me they wake up with just anxiety. They wake up with fear. One of my students is the first ones that I worked with this with, and she said since she learned this tool and has been employing it every morning, her life is changed because her whole tone has set forth, and she's able to express that joy, that love, and live harmoniously with gratitude.
Wow.
Because all we can do is continue to live. And we have two options: focus on the positive or focus on the negative. And what you focus on grows.
Stronger.
So I just spelled it out. You can just ask an archangel, Raphael, or whatever one you want, to wrap their arms around you. And that's the simplest form of this tool that he wanted me to share.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Unfortunately, we're out of time.
I know, it happens with me.
So we'll go to your website. If we have a second,
Yes.
we can put up the contact info again and check that out. And thank you so much for being here today,
Hey, you're
Bradford.
so welcome.
Thank you to our audience for joining us at Verso Studios, Westport Library, Conscious Conversations. Namaste.